Oh, fuck. Wait, why is chat still broken? Okay, wait, you're gonna have to give me a second because remember this happened last time? Do you remember, chat? Only real fans remember. If you don't remember, you're a fake fan. Get out. What the fuck? Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. Which one is it though? Which one is it though? What did I call it? Did I call it browser? No, I didn't. That's not it. This is dangerous. I'm playing a dangerous game here. You're gonna have to give me a second because I have to find it. The issue is, and I mentioned this before, there's no way for me to test the chat until I've started the stream. Okay, here we go. Let's make it 700 pixels. That should be fine. Let me just... I'm being anal now. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Is that legible? Is that too small? I think that looks okay. I think that looks okay. Okay. Oh, I don't know why that suddenly is happening. It doesn't make any sense because the browser source hasn't changed. The browser source hasn't changed. Nothing has changed, so I don't know why that's happening. It looks fine. Okay. Legible. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Hello, Leo. Hello. How's the volume, by the way? Can I get a volume check? It looks kind of loud. Am I loud? Am I loud? I had to change a lot of my settings yesterday for the panel stuff, and then I had to rechange it again during the... It was a whole thing. I can feel your voice in my bones. Good! It's okay. Volume's good. Scream directly in our ears. Volume's fine. Volume seems fine. You don't have setting profiles? Okay, so the thing is I do have setting profiles, sort of. But okay. Well, we have a lot to cover. But I guess we could talk about the panel a little bit first. So, the panel, yes. It was kind of a bit of a clusterfuck getting it together. And, obviously I was out for the last couple days. I didn't get home until Saturday night or Saturday late afternoon. So I didn't get to like set anything up until Saturday night. The Saturday night, I see that there was like a tech rehearsal last week. But the thing is, I was not in the Off-Kai because there was like an Off-Kai panelist Discord server. I wasn't in that server until this last week. So I wouldn't have known anyway about the tech rehearsals. So yeah, it was a bit of a thing where Saturday night staff is like panicking. They're like, Lyra, where have you been? I'm like, I've been out. You know, I was gonna be out. What do you mean? Where have I been? They're like, where have you been? Is everything ready to go? What's going on? So because staff is panicking, I'm panicking, and now everyone's just panicking, and I'm trying to like figure everything out. I'm like, okay, that's okay. I'm setting up OBS. I've mentioned it before, but my audio setup is a little bit weird. So basically what happened, and this is gonna all sound like gibberish if you don't know anything about audio interfaces and stuff, but for those who are familiar, maybe you can, you know, you can maybe catch what I'm saying. So I started out streaming with like a Scarlett audio interface, like a normal Scarlett. That's what I started out. That was what I was recommended. And when I was gonna upgrade my audio stuff, everyone was saying Go XLR is the way to go. Go XLR is the best. All the best streamers use Go XLR. All of Whole Life uses Go XLR. You definitely need to get a Go XLR. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I will get a Go XLR. So I got myself a hefty defty Go XLR, which is this bad boy is like a good like $500 piece of equipment, right? So I put down the $500 and I buy this chunky piece of equipment, and I hate this piece of equipment. It's not like there's so many things about it that I don't like. I don't like the software. I don't like how bulky it is. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way that it doesn't turn off completely when I turn off my computer. I don't like I could go on about the list of things I don't like about it. But the breaking point there was, so I remember I said I had the Scarlett audio interface, and then I had the Go XLR. So I got the Go XLR. the Scarlett is just sitting in my closet. I'm not using it. Kokone starts to stream and I go, hey, do you want my audio interface? I can just give you my Scarlett audio interface and you can start with that and you can upgrade later down the line. I'm not using it. She goes, sure. So I give her the Scarlett audio interface, right? So that's what she has that. And I go on to use my Go XLR. But then as I'm recording cover songs, Kazu, who as you guys know is a really awesome mixer and he works a lot with me in terms of making sure that my tech sounds right too. He was like, Leora, your vocals sound kind of bad. Like there's like a bit of like a vocal, like there's like something in your vocals. Like, are you sure that you have all of the effects turned off? Right? Hello, Coconut. Yeah, I'm glad you're getting good use out of it. But yeah, so he's like, are you sure all the effects are turned off? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure. I double check and I'm like, okay, it's either my mic, because there was like a slight like white noise or something. So I was like, it's either my mic or it's the Go XLR. And then as I researched more and more into the Go XLR, I was speaking with other people who had the Go XLR and they were telling me that there's no way to record raw vocals on the Go XLR. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I would like to sing well and sound good. So if that's the case, I need to get myself a different audio interface. And I fucking hate the Go XLR anyway. It's been a pain in the ass. But the only thing that I do like on the Go XLR is the fact that I have audio mixing with knobs and shit. And I don't have to like go into OBS and click OBS and I can mute myself. Like those are the things that I really liked about the Go XLR that I didn't have with the Scarlett interface. So they did say, they were like, well, the alternative now is that there's a bunch of people who the people who made the Go XLR, some of the people that were not happy with the direction of the Go XLR, so they actually made a new piece of software called the Beacon. And the Beacon does all of the audio routing and audio adjustment and the muting and all that good stuff, but it doesn't touch your vocals. You still need to use an audio interface with it. And I was like, oh, that sounds great. That sounds like exactly maybe what I want. So I bought the Beacon and I bought a new audio interface, which is the Volt 2. That's what I have right now. And I was going to sell the Go XLR to a friend. So that's where we were all at up until a couple months ago. And then I realized, oh, when I have so then I got a 3DO. It was very fortunately donated to me. I received the 3DO and I was like, okay, well, fuck, I need an audio interface that has dual output, which I have the Volt 2. So I'll use the Volt 2 with my 3DO, but now it's a pain in the ass to switch my mic with the Volt 2 constantly back and forth. So I was like, you know what I'll do? I'll be big brain. I'll use the Go XLR for streaming and only use the Volt 2 when I'm recording. And also use the Beacon. So I have double the it's using the Beacon and Go XLR at the same time is like a fucking headache because both want to route audio their own way. And like, so I'm just, it's like a tangled, I'm like untangling spaghetti here, right? Like it's just all of these different lines of different audio are all tangled up together. And so when I had the panel, Kai sent us this lovely documentation on how we were supposed to be doing the panel, and they wanted us to use they said if you have a Go XLR, they had an entire section just for people who have Go XLRs, and said if you're using a Go XLR, you want to use a broadcast output channel, so please use that as your mic thing. So I was like thinking, okay, well, if that's the case, I'm sorry, this is so much audio jargon, but if that's the case, I'll just put all the girls in a Discord call with me, since I'm the one sharing my screen for the panel. I will put all of them in a Discord call with me, and then I'll have all of their audio routed out of the Go XLR into the panel software that we're using for the panel. Great. So I spend a lot of time setting this up because I don't know, it's just not working. Like I can't get it to route through the Go XLR, but also for me to hear it, because the issue is that my headphones are plugged in to the Volt 2. It's so fucking complicated. It's very complicated. It's very complicated. And I was like, okay, you know what? This is gonna suck. I'm gonna plug my headphones into the Go XLR, not the Volt 2. But my current headphone plug is not the normal tiny headphone plug. It's the fat I'm an audio producer headphone plug, so I don't have a converter on me on hand. I have it somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's not on hand. So last minute, I'm like freaking out. Like, okay, I need to figure out how to listen to this without plugging my headphones into the Go XLR. So I ended up not, and I just had to do this crazy rerouting thing. Anyway, so this is like moments before the panel. I'm like freaking out. Staff is like messaging me, like DMing me constantly. Staff is messaging me like, Lior, is everything okay? I haven't heard from you. What's going on? I'm like, I don't know. Like, leave me alone, please. I'm trying to just figure it out, please. I'm like not responding because I'm trying to figure it out. Don't bother me. And yeah, so anyway, that was that was me panicking. That was yesterday. So that was before the panel, and like I said, we didn't have a tech rehearsal either, so it was just like a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. It explains the start time. So it's the worst part is it doesn't, because they told us that they would and I don't blame Offkai. I know Offkai was having a lot of technical issues throughout the entire con, and I know that they also were kind of behind schedule in general. Basically, they told us that we had before, like 30 minutes before the panel started to set up, but they didn't give us the link for the panel until like 5 minutes before, or actually at start time. So I was like, trying to set everything up. I'm like freaking out. And then we look at the panel room because the camera's on, and there's like nobody there, right? And that's when Amoria also was like freaking out, because Amoria was like, is there nobody at our panel? She's like, are we gonna be, because it was panel time. It was 12:30 and there was nobody sitting there, and she was like freaking out. So I was like, Amoria, it's fine. They haven't opened the doors yet. We're still doing a tech rehearsal. Like, don't worry. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. And like, we hadn't like ever practiced the script. Like, we had talked about the script, and we had like discussed who was gonna be talking about what points. And we had it laid out, but at the last minute, like I said, originally we thought everything was going to be routed through the Discord call on my end, but it wasn't. At the last minute, the Offkai people were like, can you guys all just get into this call, the Offkai call, and can we route the audio through that? So we did, which meant everyone, like, God bless Lofi, because I feel so bad. She was up at like 3 or 4 in the morning, you guys, like, to do this panel. She was up at 3, 4 in the morning, and she was already really confused with all the stuff that I was going through, because I was saying it out loud, because that's how I work best, is I say my problems out loud, and that helps my brain function. Maybe it's like a aphantasia thing, I don't know. And then Kokone was also helping me with audio stuff, because I was like sharing my screen with her as well. And so Kokone was like, maybe try this, maybe do this, whatever it was. And yeah, so Lofi was like, I don't want to, I'd rather us just stay in the call. I don't want to go into another call. I'm like, I'm already confused. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Let's just do it through here. And then the Offkai people were like, no, you all have to be in the call. I was like, okay, I'm really sorry, Lofi, but you have to be in the call. Like, I'm really sorry. And then we had to like get her in the call and set everyone's audio again. And it was just like a whole ass thing. So I think everyone was a little discombobulated, which is why in the panel you might have heard me kind of being like, so Amoria, what, do you have anything to add? It was because I think not everyone was looking at the same page, and not everyone was at the same place. So I was trying to help guide people, like, hey, you have the next topic, like you should talk to it, or you should talk about it. So that was why there was a little bit of like, if it sounded like I was trying to, single someone out, I hope it didn't come out across like that. I think some of the girls were a little bit shocked when that happened. But I was just trying to make sure that they had a chance to speak to their topics. I felt really bad because I felt like I was really dominating the conversation a lot of the times. And I really did try to take a step back, but I also, had staff pinging me like, you're running behind schedule, you have to wrap it up, had Offkai pinging me. Like I was doing my best trying to trying to keep everything running at the speed that it had to be running. And yeah, so I do apologize if I talked over your Oshi. I was doing the best that I could. I think everyone was a bit shy. It was the first time that everyone was speaking in front of like a live audience with live feedback. It was the first time everyone was speaking live audience, live feedback, and I don't think a lot of people were looking at the Twitch chat either, which I was. So I tried to call you guys out a couple times too if you guys made silly comments or something in there, but I didn't want to like make it a stream or anything either. And yeah, I also want to say that I really appreciate all of the support in person and on Twitch. So in person, all of you guys that were like shouting in the middle, thank you. I think that really kind of alongside with the topic that we're talking about, that really helped us not feel as nervous. And I think a lot of the girls opened up a little bit more, including myself, when they heard you guys cheering or shouting anytime that we said something. Having that positive feedback was just like really nice. And then in the Twitch chat, thank you everyone who was being really supportive. I also saw a bunch of people who were helping, because there were random people who had never seen us before, who didn't know us, who were asking like, oh, like who are they? How can I watch them? And I saw a bunch of you guys helping those people and telling them where to go or how to find us, or like I know somebody was asking for my @ and somebody sent them my @ like I really appreciate all that stuff. Really awesome. I actually even saw somebody in the Twitch chat saying that they felt like they could already feel like our community was awesome, which is like insane. That in that short moment, they could already tell that the VNU community and the chatting community was like really wholesome and cool. Like random people could see that, and that was I felt really proud of that too, which is really cool. VNU panel was so easy to mod, really wholesome community. See, thank you. See, exactly that, like that kind of stuff, like that was insane. That was insane to me to see that, to see random people saying stuff like that too was like, you know, I felt really proud of you guys and proud of our community and proud of what we've built, and you know, really could not have been happier with the response. And sorry, I'm like dying. But also thank you guys, everyone in chat just now, and also people who came up to me separately and told me that the panel was great. I'm so glad that you had a good time at the panel, and I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed yourselves. You know, I had somebody come up to me, I think it was Q Ranger, and was like, yeah, your panel was really informative, really great. And I was like, okay, but like I feel like at least our communities, like you guys already know all this information. Like we're not telling you guys anything new, because we are basing a lot of this information off of what you guys have already done for us. It's not like we learned more from you guys than you guys are learning from us. So I was like, you know, I'm sure you learned nothing. I said, I'm sure you learned nothing, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. In fact, I was like, oh man, the VNU fans are probably all bored as shit, because they're like, like we already know all this. Like this is like, Leora tells us this every day. Or like, this is all stuff that we already do and stuff like that. Judging from what you told us, it's very likely things were very stressful at Offkai. I still kind of wish I could have gone to Offkai though. It's, you know, I'm really grateful for everyone who did come. There were a couple people who like straight up said that they came out just for us, which like that's like insane. Yeah, I think like Pro Swagonist got, if you guys haven't seen, if you see all the photos, I've retweeted a bunch of them, but Pro Swagonist badge literally says VNU simp on it. It literally says VNU. I was like, what? I was like, that's amazing. But I was like really touched by the fact that he would even include VNU on there. But you know, I was worried that like for like a lot of the people at the panel who were our fans, that you guys would be kind of bored during the panel itself, because I wasn't really giving you guys anything new or interesting. So I did try to like spice it up by like making fun of Kokone most of the time, but trying to insert little inside jokes here and there to keep it entertaining. But I also feel like I got sort of feedback, like, you know, that maybe that wasn't a good choice. So I apologize for that if that came off the wrong way, or if that was more annoying than it was entertaining. Master, thank you for the super chat. Never let Kokone forget about the Beedrill. Okay, I need like a Beedrill Gajinka Kokone X Beedrill fan art. Beedrill Gajinka Kokone Beedrill fan art. Okay, tell me not. Zeraora is like, isn't Zeraora kind of hot? Like, if you were a furry, like, if I'm gonna bang a Pokemon, I'm gonna try to bang the most like humanoid Pokemon, you know? Wait, I'm gonna, you know, I actually don't even remember what Zeraora looks like. I'm looking Zeraora up right now. Yeah, Zeraora is cute. You can see it, right? Zeraora, like, you know, that's cute. You're a furry, we know. Oh my god. It's a black wolf guy. He's like black and yellow. What about Gardevoir and Lopunny? That is what I said that, and everyone told me it was a cop-out. And told me it was a cop-out, so I picked Zeraora. I was like, okay, fine. Zeraora is cute. If I were a furry, I would bang Zeraora. You should have said Starmie. Ha. Zeraora literally looks like someone's persona, and I mean that as a compliment. Yeah, see? Tentacruel? No! Do you know what would happen if I said Tentacruel? Also, I'm not into tentacles, okay? Because humanoids are the cop-out. Florges? Wait, which one's Florges? Is that the one that has the flowers? Oh yeah, Florges. See, I would rather bang Lopunny than Florges, though. I would rather bang Lopunny than Florges. Okay, well, now we gotta do like an official like Pokemon Smash or Pass, okay? You should have said Ditto. Oh, wait, Ditto's a good one, actually. Ditto's a good one because Ditto is like slime. It's like a slime girl. It's like a slime monster. Wait, Ditto's... Thank you, Coconut, for putting up with Lyra. Excuse you, what do you mean? Ditto can become human. Yeah. Ditto can literally become human. And then... And Ditto has the Slimacy. I was thinking more along the lines of transforming into anything, not the slime part. Ditto from Five Below. Stop. Oh, Deoxys is a good one too. Wait, Golurk? Wait, what does Golurk look like again? No, okay, Golurk is like a bear. Golurk is like a bear. Like if you're into Baras or bears, I think Golurk is a good one, I guess. But I'm more, you guys know, I'm like more into the feminine characters, you know? Blaziken. Oh, Blaziken's kind of a good one. I think Blaziken's a little too masculine for me, maybe. Golurk isn't a bear. No. I mean bear as in not like the animal bear. I mean like bear as in like, you know, when you are I think if you're straight, you probably don't know these terminologies. But like, yeah, like bear is a body type. Bear is a body type that usually either if you're like, yeah, if you're not straight, usually you use that terminology. Baden, thank you so much for 9 months of whale curry. My answer is Tapu Fini, and I always wait, who's Tapu Fini? Isn't that the bird? Isn't that the bird? Oh wait, what? Wait, what the fuck is this? I've never seen this Pokemon before. What is this? She's literally a vagina. Her design is she's just a vagina. It's top. What? No, that's closer. No. Look it up. Look up Tapu Fini, everybody. Look up Tapu Fini. It's not. All right, Lyra stream is no longer on the TV. You look at that and you tell me. You tell me that that is not a vagina. Anjouwoomon is top tier. You can't compare Digimon to Pokemon because they're very humanoid. Like Lilymon too. I'm sorry, Erica. It's my if you guys aren't familiar with Erica, she's my favorite person to tease. More than Kokone. You guys should check out Erica's channel and check out our power washing sim collab where I'm constantly hitting on Erica and Erica is running away. It's like the entire stream is just me hitting on Erica as she runs away. Vikavolt? Wait, what the fuck is a Vikavolt? Give me a second. All right, Vikavolt looks like it's up Coconut's alley. Vikavolt! Wait, Coconut's new husbando? Beedrill who? Beedrill who? Wait, you guys have to see. Wait, I'm gonna post some images on screen. Beedrill who? Coconut is not after Beedrill after she sees this guy. Reno, thank you so much for 5 gift of memberships. Thank you so much. Please be sure to thank Reno if you received the gift of membership. Put some hearts in chat for the new members. This is Coconut's new. He's like hotter than Beedrill. Tell me not. I can't believe Coconut is cheating on Beedrill, the Pokemon she says not to worry about. Yeah, this is you're Beedrill, and this is the Pokemon they tell you not to worry about. He can't. Alright, I get Kokone that he's not as, you know, he doesn't have the drill, the big, thick drill. Maybe that's what you're into, but he can satisfy you in other ways, I'm sure. Wait, okay, also, wait, look at, okay, will this work? Look, he looks so cool. He looks like a car. He gives me like Gundam vibes. Which makes him hotter than Beedrill in my opinion. I think he's I would smash him over Beedrill. I'm not into bug type Pokemon, but you know what? He's cute. But not handsome. I see. It evolved from a lunchbox though. He looks like an Xyz Yu-Gi-Oh monster. This has been the most you buy 60 seconds of Lyra's stream. I don't know. I feel like we could. Oh no, this guy's name is literally the guy Vikavolt. We summoned Vikavolt in chat. It's okay, Vikavolt. Kokone is not into you. It's not you. It's not the size of your drill or anything. It's just that you're not her type. Charge a bug? Okay, wait, that's what it evolved from. Okay, give me a second. I'm looking it up. Oh, I've seen this one because I've seen Pokemon cards of him. Wait, he's so cute. I like him. He's like a little bus. I like him. You guys don't like him? I know you guys called him a lunchbox, but I think he's really cute. Look at him. Look at this guy. I've seen Pokemon cards with this guy on it. It's really cute. Yeah, he's cute. Digital Lemon, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, you would definitely smash Serena. Wait, who is Serena? Oh, Serena. Okay, see, the thing is, I did have a Serena in my playthrough. She is dummy thick. Oh my god, what is this fan art? I looked her up. This fan art. She is dummy thick, but I actually am not really into humanoid Pokemon. I think it's like because, ironically, I think the fact that they're humanoid makes them too close to human, which makes it like weird for me to like almost like raise them as like pets, you know? You literally said Zero Aura though. See, but that's like I could like remove my brain from that. I can remove my brain from that because it's like, how do I explain this? With Zero Aura, it's more like I am not actually banging it. I'm just like imagining if I were a Pokemon, what Pokemon I would bang. And like, if I choose a humanoid Pokemon, honestly, it feels worse because now it feels like I'm actually gonna bang them like as a human. I don't know if that makes sense. Primarina? Wait, which one's Primarina? Oh, the evolved form of the seal. I think Primarina's cute. I would bang Primarina. Yeah. I think she's like I don't want to bang her, but if that's the choice that I'm given, I would do it, I guess. Oh, the owl from the same evolution lines. The owl. I feel like I'd bang the owl. They're kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I wouldn't bang the cat though. Incineroar or whatever his name is. Oh yeah, this Decidui. That guy. Yeah. Decidui. It's cute. I'd bang it, I guess. Salazzle? I don't mind Salazzle. Salazzle's okay. You know who I'd rather bang though? I'd rather bring what's Trico's evolution? Not the third one, the second one. What's the second? Grovyle. Is it Grovyle that I'm thinking of? Yeah, I mean, I think this makes me a Scaly, but I think I'd bang Grovyle, probably. Who am I thinking of? There's somebody that's hotter than Grovyle, though. I do like Grovyle. But okay, now that I'm looking at Grovyle again, in my mind, because I have aphantasia, remember? He looks a little bit too much like the Land Before Time eggs guys now. I never thought about that until just now, but right now I'm looking at him. He looks a lot like the eggs guys from Land Before Time. I'm thinking of a different... Wait, grass starters Pokemon. Oh, I'm thinking of Snivy. Not Trico. I was thinking of the Snivy evolution. What is Snivy's evolution? How could you make me think of the egg guys? The Superior. Oh god, you pronounce it. Wait, is it Snivy? Wait, no, not the last one, the middle one. What's between Superior and Snivy? Snivy. Lyra would be too powerful if she could imagine. Servine. Is this who I'm thinking of? Yeah, like Servine. I mean, Servine's kind of too much of a little guy, though. He was bigger in my brain. You know who I'd bang? Scyther. Zelta, thank you so much for 2 months of membership. I'm an unapologetic pervert, so I'd hit every single one. Also, I'm not sorry. Also, good to have you back. Good panel. Thank you. You'd bang all of them? Wait, being a pervert isn't equated to having your legs open for everything, you know? What about Scizor? No, I'm more of like a Scyther type of person, you know? Her brain is just protecting her from her own cursed imagination. Yeah, have some standards. Love yourself. Summer Restrainer, she's officially lost it. This is your fault. This is your fault. What about Clever? Wait, who's Clever? Oh, it's the other Scyther evolution. No, this is my least favorite. I'd rather bang Scizor than Cleaver. This guy's ugly. I don't like this guy. He looks gross. I don't like him. I'd rather bang like, I don't know though. I don't know, like bang. You know, I was actually thinking about this the other day. Joshua, thank you so much for 1 month of membership. Hello there. I missed Offkai. Now I'm sad. Oh no, that's okay. I believe the video of the panel, if you missed it, will be up later, I believe. So do not worry. Maybe you'll be able to catch it later. I think like, I feel like I was thinking about this the other day and I was like thinking about how like it's hard because for me to like imagine having, as Amoria said it so nicely, having intercourse with a Pokemon. That's really hard for me to imagine because I don't even like, you guys don't understand. Like I'm very like, I'm very down bad for anime characters, but also like very particular anime characters. And I actually feel like, for example, like if I looked at like if I looked at a real person wearing the same thing as an anime character and they're like really lewd and it's like really hot and they're like posed in the same exact way and the picture is taken the same exact way, I probably wouldn't get turned on for the real person, but I would get turned on for the anime character. Like, that's just how my brain works. That's how my brain works. I don't know why. It's like one of those, like, it's like when people are like asexual, I'm like 2D sexual, you know? Am I proud of that? Not really, but I'm not afraid to admit it. Lyra's not into cosplay. Yeah, so I actually don't like when I see cosplayers, I think they're amazing and I'm like, whoa, like they're so hot or like they're so cool. But like it's very rare that I'm like yes, I want to like bang them. You know what I mean? I think like for me, I see anime characters and I'm like, damn, I want to bang them. But like I don't really feel that about real people most of the time. 99% of the time. Give me a second. Also, now you guys know from Tonia's collab stream. If you guys missed it, Tonia and I did an off collab on her channel. And now you guys know like how mucusy I am. I don't know if you guys heard it. I hope you guys didn't. But I straight up like had to leave a couple times to go to the bathroom to like blow my nose. Because I just like, I don't know why. Like I just, if I start streaming, my nose just starts running and I just can't help it. I can't do anything about it. We haven't done the tag tier list stream yet, but we'll do that soon. Actually, I should write that down. I'm gonna write that down before I forget. Give me a second. Let me write that down. Oh, that's the wrong one. Tag. I was like looking at our like what games we have perms for. We don't have we don't have perms for Bamco games. I know you guys were asking me about that new Gundam game. But yeah, we don't have any perms for Bamco games anymore. So just as a heads up on that. I know it's kind of random, but I just thought about that when I was looking at the list. I have like a little list of like games I want to play. I also want to play the Yakuza games. I've played some of them, but I also played them when I was really young, so I don't really remember the story and stuff. There was also one other Yakuza game that I didn't play myself, but I watched somebody else play, so I didn't watch all of it. So I'd like to maybe pick up a Yakuza game. I'm not really certain on story games, but I'd be down to try it again. Any chance on why, or is it no disclosure? I don't know. It's just our company has messaged Bamco and asked them, can we play these games? And Bamco has basically said no. So there's just like I don't know like what the reason or rationale is. Do you have perms for Pokemon Arceus or Arceus? I know I said Arceus last time and you guys like literally lost your minds. Arceus, so right now our Nintendo perms are like this, where it's like you get 5 streams and we have to tell them in advance when we're streaming them. So that's how the Nintendo perms work. So if I have a Nintendo game I do want to play, I can do that. And you know, I can stream it 5 times. But I don't know, Arceus, whatever you want to call it, is a bit of an older one. So I don't know if people would be interested in watching me play that one. So I do want to do like a Ring Fit stream. I know Coconut did one recently. I want to do one eventually, but I want to try to wait maybe for like 3D or something. Let me get a cough drop. I'm getting a cough drop. I don't know why my throat is like kind of being shit right now. I did talk a lot. Maybe that's what it is. Lyra on extreme difficulty? There's no way. There's no way. You'd have to marathon a Zelda game then? You know, I'm like really... So, I played Zelda the Four Seasons one on Game Boy Color? Let me see. Zelda. Oracle of Seasons. That's the only Zelda game that I've played. And I really like that one. I did enjoy that one a lot. And I haven't played a Zelda game since. I'm not really into like these type of combat or puzzle games. So I just never got back into Zelda stuff. And I'm not really into open world games that much. So that's why I never played Breath of the Wild. I watched other people play it. I watched my roommate play. My roommate really likes Breath of the Wild. But I'm not a big Zelda person, and I know that's like a huge whatever you want to call it. I know everyone will flame me because I haven't played Zelda, but it's just really not my cup of tea, unfortunately. Personal. This has a personal taste, right? I'm not saying it's not a good game. I'm just saying that it's not my cup of tea. Link's Awakening Switch remake. Link's Awakening. This one. I remember this one. Yeah, I think like I don't know. I don't know if I'd be into okay, but you know what? You know what, chat? You know what, chat? You know what it is? I'm not attracted to Zelda. You know what it is? I think that's what it is. I think it's just I'm not attracted to Zelda. I'm sorry. Zelda or Link. Neither of them. Yeah, well, I just don't. I'm not into it. I'm just not into any iteration of them. Yeah, yeah, you know what it is? I think it's the style. I think it's the art style. I know, femboy, multiples. I know. It's just not anime enough for me. I'm sorry. I'm just such a fucking filthy weeb. I'm just such a fucking filthy, dirty weeb. I can't. What about Ganon? No. That's like completely opposite spectrum of like what I like. Lyra's permanent star rail. Yeah, basically. I mean, that's why I was able to get into Genshin a little more than Breath of the Wild. But even Genshin, I'm just like not into open world games. It was just like too much for me. Yeah, if Zelda was like in an anime style, like I just can't. Maybe I would, you know, I'd be more into it. But that's why I always prefer games like, I think I mentioned it, like I liked Summon Nights a lot growing up. I like Summon Nights. I feel like Summon Night, well, maybe it was a little bit more. I don't even remember how Summon Nights played anymore. It's been so long. But I feel like Summon Nights had a similar feel in a way too. Speaking of Star Rail, how far are we into it? So I finally finished all the museum shit yesterday. I finally finished all the museum shit yesterday. So I think I'm fully caught up. Summon Nights plays similar to the old Mana and Zelda games, if I remember right. That's what I remember too. But I don't wanna get actualied, so I'm not gonna stick by that word. But yeah. This is a new event. I think it started today, right? I haven't logged in today yet. I'll probably I tend to play Star Rail like right before sleep. I didn't play almost like all week besides just logging in, so I was playing a lot yesterday to just cool down my brain. Master, thank you so much for the super chat. Humiliate yourself more. Was sure you'd be into Link in girls' clothing. Like, it's like, okay, not all femboys are, you know, like just because you like women doesn't mean that you like all women, right? Like just because I like femboys doesn't mean I like all femboys, okay? God, I have my own standards too, okay? Yeah, like Cloud in Final Fantasy 7 dressing up as a girl, like that was also not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. Not all femboys are created equal. Yeah, exactly. Astolfo though, hell yeah. Hell yeah. 10 out of 10 would bang. I just read the stream what's going on, don't worry about it. I'm working on the museum event. I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild and left little no time for Star Rail. That's fair. The museum event takes fucking forever. In Star Rail, I try to read most of the story, but with Star Rail, the museum quest, I didn't read any of it. I was like, I cannot be bothered. I like read half of it and I was like, this is so fucking boring. I'm not reading the rest of it. Astolfo or Kiyohime? No, I still would go for Kiyohime in that manner. I think also because Kiyohime is more like yandere and so has a little bit more personality stuff that I'm into. Astolfo I think is cool and is very cute and like appearance wise is 100% on my alley, but his personality is like just okay. Kyo wouldn't let you choose Astolfo. True. Oh, Lyra, it's nice meeting you, even if all I did was say hi. No, thank you for saying hello. I appreciated it. Oh, I need to go back to talking about Offkai. I can't believe you guys got me talking about who I would bang and what Pokemon I would bang. This is... Please. Okay. Basically, Sampo convinced a guy to steal stuff from the museum. So I hated the fact that at the end, it was just Sampo again. Like, it was so stupid. And then he like runs away. Like, I was like, okay, this is like just so... This was, I can't believe I did all of this for fucking this. And like, I knew that it was Sampo this whole time. Like, I could have told you that. But anyway, I think you wanted to talk about, that's gaslighting. Sir, that is what you call gaslighting. I will not be gaslit right now. What was I saying? Okay, yeah, Offkai. So we talked a bit about the panel. I'll talk a little bit more about like the other stuff before the panel. So I went up on Wednesday. I went to the Bay Area on Wednesday. Also, fuck Bay Area drivers. I know one of you guys and I had a conversation about this, but actually fuck the Bay Area drivers, because I was in Oakland, I believe. I'm not really familiar with the Bay Area, but Oakland. Also, Odyssey, hello, welcome. Definitely check out Odyssey's music if you haven't already. She was so sweet. She actually said hi too, and we took a picture together. It was very cute. But actually, anyway, Oakland sucked. I think I saw 4 different people. I saw 4 different people running a red light. Boob one, that was you. Yeah, I love driving the Bay Area where every driver's crazy. And then we talked about this too, but not only that, but everyone also, like, the pedestrians are also fucking crazy. There were so many pedestrians just like walk. It's like a green light for me, and like pedestrians are just walking across like it's nobody's business. I'm like, hello, there are cars here. Like, I was actually shocked. Like, I've never seen such blatant ignoring of traffic signals ever in my life. Like, I've never seen that. That was crazy to me. It was just like, I was actually shocked at how many people. Like, I get it when there's like people who are like when we were in downtown San Francisco, like, I get it if, you know, people are hustling, like they're hustling the street, or maybe they're like homeless. Like, I get that. Like, that's like, you know, whatever. But I'm talking about like just normal people too were doing that, and that was like really, really shocking to me. I was very, very, very confused. Yeah, they were just walking about like it was no thing. Like, I was very, very surprised, and I felt like I was constantly being jump scared all the time. But okay, so the first day the first night, actually, when I got there earlier than I thought I would get there. So I hung out with a couple of friends, and I also hung out with Tonya. So I introduced Tonya to some of my friends, and it was really fun and really chill. Everyone was very sweet, and it was really nice hanging out with people that I hadn't seen in a while. And that's crazy. I know, it's like, I feel like I'm playing like a quick time event in a video game. Like, I'm just like trying not to hit the drivers. Like, it's just fucking insane. I'm just getting like, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Like something checked, like my reflex checked or whatever. That's what it felt like constantly. And we had dinner near Oakland, I believe, nearby there. And then no, it was closer to like Berkeley, I think. Yeah, like brake checking. Yeah. We're like getting like brake checking or reaction check. Yeah. That's what it felt like. It was like near Berkeley or something. I don't remember. It was really good. And then on the next day, I hung out with Tonya. We had brunch out somewhere. I don't remember where that was, somewhere. And then Tonya and I streamed, as you guys saw, and that was chill and that was fun. And then we had dinner again with friends. We had like this mac and cheese place. It was very good. Mac and cheese was insane. It was very, very good. And that was my second day. Nothing super eventful. Everything you probably heard on Tonya's stream already. Tonya's very cute. I love Tonya. She's very sweet and super cute. So we got to chat a lot. We were like, you know, ranting about our woes, but also just chatting about life and stuff like that. We're chatting about, you guys saw a little bit in her stream, but we're talking about school and like majors and like work, all that fun stuff. So we didn't go around very much that day. We just went around to eat and then got home and chatted and stuff. And then the next day, which was Friday is when I saw Nova. So I saw Nova and Ophi. So at first, I tweeted about it a little bit, so I'll talk about it a little bit more because we haven't talked about this yet. But I heard her bed was soft and warm. It was very soft. It wasn't warm because nobody was sitting in it. I mean, I was sitting on it later, but you know, 49ers or Raiders, I have no opinion because I do not do sports. But yeah, and then are those both NorCal teams? Are they both Oakland teams? Isn't Raiders like New York, Las Vegas now? Aren't the Raiders Las Vegas now? 49ers like San Francisco, right? And then Raiders was Oakland. Yeah. Anyway, that's my limited knowledge. I'm using my limited knowledge of sports here. And 49ers now Santa Clara. What? Sorry, I'm like sneezing. Okay. The baseball team's about to leave Oakland for Las Vegas too. Wait, really? What's going on? Wait, sorry, give me a second. Vegas taking all the teams. I mean, I think it makes sense because Vegas is like a big booming sports town and they don't really have sports teams, so that's not too surprising. Anyway, going back to the conversation, yeah, so I saw Nova, but so Nova sent me the address to her like hotel, right? It was an Airbnb. Sends me the address to her Airbnb. I get there, I told her around the time I'm arriving, right? I get there and I see somebody outside and I'm like, Nova, they are looking at me. We're making eye contact. So I'm thinking, oh, must be Nova. Maybe she was waiting outside for me, or maybe she got something from her car. So we make eye contact. I look at her, I go, Nova? And she's like looking at me like, no. And I go, Nova? And she's like, no. And you know, it's something Nova would do. It's something she would do where she would pretend like it's not her. So I'm like, yes, it is. You're Nova. And she's like, no, I'm not. And then I look at her. I'm like, who are you? Because it was like very like, okay, it was very obviously like someone who was just at the con, right? So I was like, yeah, I know you are somebody, unless there's another person staying at this Airbnb. And then she goes like, I'm Ophi. And I was like, oh, Ophi. How does she not recognize your voice? Okay, well, obviously, like, okay, so first off, many people have like a different streaming voice versus a talking voice, right? Their natural voice, streaming voice, whether it's intentional or not. I'm not saying that people put on a fake voice, but a lot of people will just, it's like when you like talk in public or you're talking, you have a customer service voice, you know, it just happens. Like you use a different voice depending on who you're talking to. So I just thought it was Nova's like normal natural voice, right? Also, mics just low-key sound different than IRL sometimes. Yeah, exactly. So like I just assumed that it was like Nova pulling my leg, and then she goes, I'm Ophi. I was like, oh, Ophi. And then we're like, oh, I was like, oh, do you know which one is your guys' Airbnb? And she's like, I don't know, I haven't been inside yet. And I was like, oh, okay. So there's like 2 stories, right? And it's like a residential building, right? We're looking for the room. We see the car. We see Nova's car, and Ophi's like, oh, that's the car. I was like, okay, it's parked at unit 4. Let's go up to unit 4. We go up to unit 4, and there's like 2 pairs of men's shoes outside, and we're both looking at it and we're like, I don't think this is the right place. And they're like work shoes, so it's definitely not Elasticat's shoes either. So we're like, I don't think this is the right one, but we're like not sure. And Nova's not picking up her phone, which is gonna be this is gonna be a regular thing in this story. But Nova's not picking up her phone. We're both trying to call her, and then we're like, Ophi starts like going to the windows and going like, Miss Nova, are you there? And then we're like, no one's responding. And so we start like looking through the window to like try to see what looks like the most Airbnb-y, because all of these houses do not look like Airbnbs. And then we look at the last window, and a child appears, and we're like, oh shit, okay, this is not it. So we obviously run from the child, and we go downstairs, and we're downstairs, and we're like, okay, there's like a couple other units here, maybe it's this one. And so we just literally, we knocked on a random door. I'm not even kidding you. We literally knocked on a random door, and luckily Nova was inside. And so we were united with Nova, and it was really funny because I know if you guys are familiar or following Nova and Ophi's stuff, they have been talking about bunk bedding this entire time, right? So there was a bunk bed there, but the bunk bed ladder was broken. Like it was like actually broken. So Ophi like tried to climb it on the other side, and I had to help her down because it was not happening. But luckily there was an extra bed, so she just slept on the extra bed. But what was the reason she had to check her phone? You know what? There is no reason. There's no reason. Nova just doesn't hear her phone. There's no reason. She just doesn't hear it. And then so we were chilling there for a while, but Ophi went out for lunch with some of her friends. So I went out to lunch with Nova and some of Nova's friends that were at the con. And so we went to In-N-Out because we didn't know what to get, and Nova had never had In-N-Out before. And I've been to In-N-Out many times before. I don't go often or anything, and there's not one super close to me. But we went to, I was like, you guys are in California. You haven't been to California before. We have to go to In-N-Out. So we go to In-N-Out, and I ordered for Nova, and her friends were like listening in because they were like, we were comparing it to like ordering a boba drink for the first time. Cause I was like, In-N-Out. I was like, oh, can I get a number 3 with grilled onions, chopped chili, And then I also was like, oh, can I, because Nova wanted like her fries crispy. I was like, and then can I get the fries like animal style, well done? And they were like, what the fuck? Nova's friends were just like, what is this? And Nova was like, I feel like you're my dad. Like, I feel like, I was like, oh, I guess I'm the dad now. She was like, I feel like I'm being taken to the burger place after I got a good grade on my math test. Yeah. So if you guys are not familiar with In-N-Out, there's like a lot of stuff. I also ordered her a Neapolitan shake, which is like not on the menu either. Chopped chili is also not on the menu. So these are all like the different weird In-N-Out things. If you want the fries more crispy, you just say well done. You ask for the fries well done. So yeah. The secret menu. Yeah, there's a lot of secret menu stuff. So I ordered for them, and yeah, it was they thought it was okay. I don't think they like were super impressed. They liked the burger, but they didn't like the fries, which I think most people who first go to In-N-Out feel that way. And last time you went to In-N-Out, they had a printout of the secret menu. What? I've never seen a printout. But well, more like not so secret menu at this point. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just kind of like add-ins or things that you can do, right? And if you want like a bigger burger than a double, you can get like a 3x3 or like a 4x4 that just adds more meat and stuff, right? That's weird. I love their fries. I also like their fries a lot, but I think I understand if you're coming from somewhere that has really like dank fries like McDonald's, it can feel really bland, and like they were saying that it felt cardboardy, you know? But you know, it just depends on your preference, right? I don't live in California, so I feel like the In-N-Out workers here would look at me like I'm insane if I tried to order from secret menu. Wait, where? I know there's an In-N-Out in Vegas, but where else is there an In-N-Out? I'm pretty sure all In-N-Outs will have the same weird menus, no? Their fries are distinctively low-tier fast food fries. Like, I like their fries though. I think it's just like different per person. It's less salty, but I don't mind that. There's no limit to how big a burger they make. Well, we asked a local In-N-Out what the biggest burger they personally made was, and the answer was 21 by 21. I think In-N-Out though, if you're ordering anything more than like a 10 by 10, you have to call in advance. They have some in Colorado? Really? I didn't know that. Texas and Arizona. Texas? Really? Oh, I haven't seen one in Texas where I've been in Texas, but I didn't know that. Oh, maybe it's a newer thing. I've never had it and I don't have one nearby. That's fair. You have In-N-Out, we have Jack's. Is that different than Jack in the Box? Texas has what do you call it? Whataburger though, and I like Whataburger. Nevada, Texas, Colorado, Oregon, Utah, and sometimes Korea. So, fun fact, Japan actually also had an In-N-Out pop-up 3 weeks ago, I believe. But Korea has a place, if you are Korean, there is a place called Cry Cheeseburger by Samsungyeok, across from Coex, but upstairs. And it is an In-N-Out ripoff, and it tastes exactly like In-N-Out. And I actually took one of my Korean friends there. And then when she visited the US, I took her to real In-N-Out, and she said that she likes Cry Cheese better because Cry Cheese has the fries that are more similar to like a regular fast food chain fry, and she didn't like the In-N-Out fries either. Laugh sadly in Australian because we have neither. Wait, what? So in Australia, what is like the burger chains that you guys have? Texas has Buc-ee's, like the gas station. I fucking love Buc-ee's, by the way. So good. Carl's Jr. is Hardee's. Oh, is it just called differently? Buc-ee's is amazing. Buc-ee's is great. I really like Buc-ee's has like this one trail mix type thing, and I really like it. It has like these dried blueberries or something in it. It's really, really good. Alabama has Buc-ee's now. It's amazing. Oh, really? We have Grilled in Australia. Man, I really want to go to Australia. I am like very nervous about Australia because there's just like too many fucking like bugs that'll murder you. And I already hate bugs. And if they can murder me, like that's like an extra ding, you know? But, you know, fast food tier list when? I should do one. But honestly, I'm not very picky with my fast food. I'm not picky with my fast food. I just like all fast. Oh, I'm sure Erica, I bet you guys just don't get any bugs, huh? I feel like a lot of Northern European countries just don't get very many bugs at all because it's just too cold. So like, you know, they just don't, there aren't that many bugs in general, right? Carl's Jr. kept the Hardee's name after the merger. Oh. He'll be the first person who doesn't spark rage with their fast food tier list. I just love all fast food, okay? I just love all fast food equally. I'm an equal opportunity fast food lover. I just love all burgers equally. We have bugs, but extremely few poisonous ones, and they're usually not big. I like very small bugs are great. I love small bugs. Big bugs are the worst. It's like, especially if you go to anywhere that's like tropical, my god, or like flying cockroaches that bite are just, yeah, those are great. Lyra loves that white people I really do. I really have the taste buds of like a 60-year-old white man. That is literally my taste. It's like people are like, what do you want to eat for breakfast? And my parents are like, do you want to get like Korean food? I'm like, no, I would like to get IHOP. Also the same lexicon of a 60-year-old white man. Excuse you. That's not true. Also, Mimi calling me out on stage and now also on my fucking stream. Speaking of bugs, I just saw a huge bee in your house yesterday. Your aunt killed it, fortunately. It's bees. I've never been stung by a bee. Knock on wood. It's like really scary. I'm like scared of bees, honestly. You're going to that Golden Corral. Okay, I actually haven't been to a Golden Corral, but the commercials make it look so good with the fried shrimp. Not gonna lie. Lyra just wants that Denny's Grand Slam senior discount. I literally do. Where is my Grand Slam senior discount? No, don't be mean to the bees. That's true. Yeah, we have to save the bees. We do have to save the bees. Although I think like if it was a big bee, if it was a wasp, you can kill those. You can kill the wasps. Don't kill the bees, but you can kill the wasps. Golden Corral is modern American horror. Yeah, bees are fine. Everything horrible can happen to wasps though. Yeah, exactly. You've never been stung either. You got stung by a wasp. The next day a wart formed under your hand, which was removed by one of those freeze away sticks. Oh yeah, I heard those are the best for those. Do not recommend a wasp sting under your foot. Oh no, are you talking from experience, Erica? Are you talking from experience? It's like that what's that meme? Like, would you if I got stung on my pee-pee, like would you suck it out? Like, you know, would you suck the snake venom if I got bit on the pee-pee? Like, would you suck the snake venom out of your homie's pee-pee? I would suck the wasp sting out of Erica's foot, even though I'm not a foot fetish person, you know. If they're cute, yeah. the classic snake bite conundrum, yeah. You for sure have foot fetish? I don't. I think feet are gross. In fact, I think I'm more like afraid of feet than I am attracted to them. Master, thank you so much for the super chat. Better chop it off to be safe. Oh no. Curator for the homie. Yeah, exactly. The things you do for your homies. Yeah. You have a friend whose mom was told she'd unironically die if she gets stung? Yeah, like I think people have very severe bee allergies, like some people do, you know? Feet are gross, that's my Oshi. Like, okay, I'm gonna say it out loud. Like, no judgment. If you have foot fetish, go for it. Like, that's fine. Like, I just don't have that, and I have a slight aversion to feet. I think feet are kind of gross. So I don't have like a crazy aversion to feet. I know, like, I have a friend who's like afraid of feet. Like, if you put your foot near her, she'll like freak out. But I'm not like that level. I respect whatever things that you're into because I'm into some weird shit too. But I'm not into feet though, you know. TNTK was thank you so much for the super chat. My fear is that Lyra says the melting pot is a high class establishment. It's just fondue with random places to. Okay, I haven't been to melting pot in so long, but I actually did like the melting pot. It's been a really long time. Do they still exist? Does the melting pot still exist? I feel like I went when I was in high school, and also I feel like melting pot was like really expensive for whatever reason. Foot connoisseurs are bros. It's the people who bring it up every single time. Yeah, that's true. I have a diaper fetish. You know what? You do you, man. You do you. They were your usual Valentine's spot, easily like 100 plus for 2. That's what I remember. I remember I went like once with some friends, and I was like, I mean, that was good, but also like I don't think I'd ever pay that much for that kind of food ever again. Like I'd rather go to a hot pot or something. Like hot pot, it's definitely different, but it's like a little bit cheaper. My face with my fetish is too unspeakable. Like literally same. Like how can I judge anybody when my fetishes are like you know when my fetishes tend to be stuff like mind break. Like how can I judge? Like I can't literally judge anyone for anything, you know? Have some cough drop chewing ASMR. Fetish tier list stream when? Well, I'm probably gonna do a tag tier list stream. Lyra loves those soulless eyes. I do. Wait, your fetish is mind break? Okay, I feel like this is like public knowledge at this point. I don't like admitting it. I don't like admitting it out loud. You know, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm gonna say right now, I'm not ashamed of it. My issue with saying that I like mind break tag is that if I say that, people think that I would want to be mind broken. That's not true. I separate fantasy from reality. In fact, sometimes too much so, because like I said, I'm not attracted to 3D humans, but I am attracted to 2D humans. So my brain really separates 2D and 3D, and it just like is really, I can't do the thing, you know? I can't put them together, right? Would you change a full-grown woman's diaper if she needed one badly? I mean, I would really rather not. I would really rather not. But if it's like my best friend and she really needs it to be changed and she's like dying, I don't know. I guess I would, right? Wouldn't you do that one for the homie too? Aphantasia debuff? Maybe it does have to do with aphantasia. I don't know. Like, I literally can't. Like, reality and fiction is just so far separated from me. It's never... The closest thing that I've come to melding that is if I play a certain game for too long, or when I was watching a lot of British television, I feel like I could almost think in a British accent. I couldn't hear anything, but I'm almost thinking in a British accent. I'm not having a conversation, but the thinking. And then like, if I play a game too much, sometimes the way that I see the world feels like I'm seeing it in the lens of the game. So I don't know how to explain it, but that'll happen to me sometimes. I think that's the closest that I can get. Do good favors for the homies, get good karma easy. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of that, I saw your clip about aphantasia from a while back and realized, no joke, I have something similar. 3 decades on the planet and I never realized. I also realized very late that I had aphantasia. I am sorry. I think finding out that you have aphantasia is really heartbreaking, and also for a week for me, when I first found out I had aphantasia, I was like reeling. I literally was like, I was losing it. Like the world around me was crumbling, you know? Like I just felt like I was so bitter in the beginning about having aphantasia because I just felt like it was so unfair. I was upset because I wished that I had all of these experiences that everybody else did, and I felt like I was beating myself up all of these years about stuff that I had no control over, and finding out that, oh my god, like I just literally think differently than other people. Like that was insane to me, like coming to that realization and realizing that I struggled with shit like flashcards because I have aphantasia. Like that was insane to me. I never thought, I wouldn't have even guessed that that could have even been a root problem, you know? And you know, as you guys know, I'm very much like I'm like happy with where I am now, and I feel like there's a lot of strength that aphantasia has given me. Like I think that I definitely benefit, like being able to separate reality and fiction, because apparently that's a problem for a lot of people. I found that aphantasia has given me certain areas of strength for sure. So I sit well with it now, and that's why I'm like very much an advocate for talking about it or for bringing awareness to it, because I do think a lot of people blame themselves for either being stupid or whatever it is, when literally the education system was just not made for people with aphantasia. So you can't like put that blame on yourself, you know what I mean? Anyway, I don't want to get too like philosophical about it. If you guys don't know what aphantasia is, there's a really lovely clip that I don't remember right now off the top of my head, somebody created. If you look up Lyra aphantasia, you can watch the clip, and I kind of go into explaining it. I talk a little bit about like how it's impacted my own life, and you can check that one out. And also that'd be great because it gives the clip some new life, breathes some new life into the clip. Be sure to give them a like as well, and maybe leave a comment kind of talking about the panel yesterday. You know, it helps to do all of those things for clippers just as much as it helps us, right? So the more you can interact with like clippers media and stuff too, is like very, very helpful to them. And the more, like it or not, the more attention a clippers clips get, the more likely they will want to clip our stuff. Because if they clip, it's also demoralizing. If you're clipping somebody and nobody watches it, you feel like you've put in all this hard work, and it's a lot of hard work to clip. You've put in all this hard work and no one's watching it or appreciating it. That sucks. So be sure to give clippers a lot of love too. I guess that makes sense. Basic math tends to be explained with things like the number of imaginary fruit. Yeah, like word problems in math, are you kidding me? Those were the hardest for me, when they're like, Jeremy has 5 apples and then he gives Timothy 3, and then they each cut the apples in half. How many apples? I'm like, what the fuck? I mentioned having a friend who has it, and the last time I talked with him, he had learned that aphantasia can be gotten later in life with head trauma. What? That's even worse, because that's like being born blind versus being blind later in life, because now it's like you have had a taste of what it's like, and now you can't have that anymore. That sucks. Zelotat, thank you so much for the super chat. Lyra doing a let's talk about a cool trip. Half the stream I have effed up fetishes I can't judge. Lyra, you're the best. We're going off tangent again. I never knew about aphantasia before, and now I'm trying to figure out if I have that or not. It's a doozy. It's a doozy. So good luck on your journey with aphantasia. Yeah. Trying to catch up on chat. How many people who watch clips tune into stream, and how much money do the clippers make? I mean, I don't know. I can't answer. That's a very intense question. I don't know if I can answer that. That being said, I am somebody who got into VTubers. Well, this is not completely true, but I fell into the VTuber rabbit hole more deeply because of clips. And nowadays, if I don't have time, which I don't, I tend to watch more clips than I actually watch the streams. So that should tell you a lot, at least about me, who is a VTuber fan, of how helpful clips are. How much money the clippers make? I don't think they can monetize the clips, right? Because it's taking from another stream. So they probably would get copyright stricken if they did make money off of it. So clippers, the way that they make money is if you're a good clipper, and if you are doing clipping for a long time, and you've built up a really popular channel, what will happen is companies like our company, which is what we did, will pay clippers to clip for them, and will also pay clippers to post highlight reels onto their own channels to get more like, you know, into clipping and or into the VTubers and stuff. So that I think helps there, and also that's a way of getting monetary income from clipping. I don't know if they actually make any money off of the clips themselves though. I have interior monologue and excellent sound recall, but if I close my eyes, all I can picture is a black void. Then you probably have aphantasia. I think aphantasia only refers to the visual aspect of it, not necessarily the auditorial aspect to it, you know? We make money off of our own channel. A lot of companies have rules about whether you can monetize your clips or not. Yeah, makes sense. I think there's also like an automated system on YouTube that will kind of copyright strike clips even if the company isn't the one copyright striking them. So, you know, just one of those things. Sorry, give me 1 second. What about outrage baiting clips? I dislike these types of clippers and they shouldn't be acknowledged. I mean, for sure. There are people who take things out of context and will do things just to cause a ruckus. And in YouTube, the algorithm works better if things are negative as opposed to positive. So the more negative information the title has, people are more likely to click it as opposed to it being a more positive clip or positive information. So that's why it happens. I don't like it when obviously a clipper is misconstruing what a VTuber is saying. Like, if a clipper is making it sound like a VTuber is saying something that they're not, I'm not okay with that. But I am wholly okay with clickbait titles and thumbnails. I think it's just because that's the game that you have to play. It's the game that you have to play on YouTube. And as long as you're not putting words in a streamer's mouth, as long as you're not telling something fake, I think clickbait titles or thumbnails, as long as you're not spreading misinformation, are fine. Like, I think the one that Mohinova is mentioning, like a streamer saying, I like waffle, and then the clickbait saying, streamer hates pancakes. Like, that's not okay, because then again, you're putting words in the mouth of the streamer. But I think, like, as long as you're not falsifying information, clickbait title and thumbnail is, you have to do it. You have to do it. Like, yeah, it's like when you have, no one wants to do it, but it's their job. Like, it's part of the job, and it's something that I'm not very good at. Like, my fucking title for this stream is I'm home, which is like literally the worst title ever. And I need to get better at that. I've heard people who ask like ChatGPT for stream titles. Oh god, I've swallowed sweat. Give me a second. Yeah. People ask ChatGPT for an under 10 word title. Yeah. I mean, I should do that. I should start doing that. And I need to remind myself to do that. But it's a lot better because after a while, you get stuck in your own head too, and you run out of variety, right? So I know people who use ChatGPT and they tell ChatGPT like, ChatGPT, I want to make a clickbait title for my YouTube video where I am streaming the game Fall Guys, and then ChatGPT will write you like a couple examples of stream title ideas. I'm not saying you should just take that verbatim. You know, my suggestion is if you are doing that, to take those ideas and then to rewrite it into something that's a little bit more you. And that's with anything. If you're using ChatGPT, you should be doing that. But yeah, so yeah, I think those titles do have a straightforward formula, and ChatGPT is able to look at every title in the world and then compose something pretty interesting. So it's something that I should probably do more often. I just forget that ChatGPT exists. I forget that it's a resource. Because there's so much AI hate, right? That sometimes I find it hard to be like, oh yeah, I should probably use AI for good, you know? I find it performative when the clippers claim to be supportive but are self-centered in reality. You know, I think a lot of VTubers, as long as as long as again, you're not being malicious or putting words in a VTuber's mouth, I think most VTubers generally won't care that much, because ultimately we'd rather have a self-centered clipper who is clipping us than no clipper, right? I think all of us, every VTuber would rather have a clipper that is super full of themselves than no clipper at all, you know? So it is a bit of it is hard. And like I said, if they are putting words in your mouth and they are making up shit, then that's a problem, and that's when it gets problematic. But I think, you know, generally I caught your panel off, Kai. It was awesome to see you on the big screen. Thank you so much for coming to the panel. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. I think, you know, like I said, a lot of us were worried that maybe nobody would be there. I think maybe we were worried like only a couple of you guys would be there and it'd be an empty room, but there were a lot of you guys there, and I really, really did appreciate it. Some of you guys did tell me, like, you're like, oh, I wanted to go to the panel, but I had a different panel, and it took every fiber of my being to not be like, yeah, what panel was it, huh? What panel was so important that you couldn't come to our panel, huh? but I wanted to say that in joke. I wanted to say that as a joke, and I didn't want them to actually feel bad about it, so I didn't say anything. I didn't want people to like take it the wrong way, you know? What if they only do clips that make you look stupid or something? I mean, I think it really depends. It really depends. It's very obvious when a clip is malicious in intent versus when a clip is, this is a VTuber being stupid, but I thought it was funny, and that's why I clipped it. Like, I think those are fine. And in fact, if you find it funny and I do something stupid, and both of us can profit off of my stupidity, like, I think that's fine. If it's malicious, that's like a different story, right? But it's really difficult without the context of what clip we're talking about for us to really judge whether it is malicious or not. So I don't know. I know I'm making very generalized statements, but I think it's just because, again, at the end of the day, we would rather people clip us than not clip us. So we would never want to discourage clipping of any kind, right? So, you know, that's kind of what I'm trying to say, right? Sleep was almost more important, so I almost missed the stream. How dare you? Sleeping on my watch? I don't think so. I'm glad you were able to catch it, but please sleep. Please sleep. Couldn't afford to go, otherwise I would have been there, but I did watch the stream. Well, thank you for watching the stream, and no worries. I know not everyone can afford to be there, especially if you're not like in the area, like going all the way out there, like it's pretty crazy. Give me a second. I wanted to go to your panel, but couldn't. My company had a graduation in VTuber terms, so I want to send them off. No worries. You guys don't have to. It's fine. You guys don't have to actually. You guys don't have to tell me why you didn't make it. I'm just joking. But I do appreciate everyone who did make it out, you know? ChatGPT gave me unforgettable trip, panels, mates, and online friends once I fed into it more. Yeah, see, that would have been a much better title, probably. That probably would have been a much better title. Clips of VTubers being stupid, so all of Lero's clips. Excuse you. I'm fairly close to Offkai, but I couldn't swing it. I'm glad I got to watch you guys though. Some of my friends got to go. It was nice to see them too. Yeah, it was really nice, like having people, like, not in my area at all. Obviously, I had to do a very, very far trek to go see people, but it was nice to like be able to have the opportunity to see people. So I really loved being able to see Tonya and Ophi and Nova. You know, actually, I didn't get to talk about this too much, but Ophi and I had a lot of one-on-one time. So we were there with like Nova's friends. I think some of them were sort of Ophi's friends too, but it was mostly Nova's friends. So there were times where Nova was like driving or something with her friends, and so I would drive Ophi like separately. So Ophi and I got a lot of one-on-one time, and Ophi and I have never really spoken one-on-one previously. We have like hung out in each other's streams, and we've like chatted in each other's streams, and we're obviously like friends with like some of the same people. So it was like, you know, we kind of knew of each other, but we hadn't really directly spoken to each other. And so it was really nice because for the first time we actually just got to like sit down and like chat, and we're very similar, which was really surprising. We were really a lot more similar than we thought. So we were like chatting a lot about like, you know, our similarities and our experiences and stuff like that. And we got a lot closer during that very short period of time. So that was really nice. I was really enjoyed that. Unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of one-on-one time with Nova, like at all. Anytime I was with Nova, I was also with her friends who were really nice and very chill. They were also both into like card games and stuff, so we got to chat card games. But obviously it's like a little bit of a different vibe, like being with your friend one-on-one and then being with your friend with their friends, you know. So it was cool meeting them and whatnot, but it was really nice to do one-on-one stuff as well. How would you rate your driving? You know, I don't like to brag, and I don't like to say that I'm good at things. But personally, I think I'm a pretty good driver. And I've had a friend, the only friend, it's my friend's husband actually. He's the only person that I've ever sat in the car of that I don't get car sick in. He told me that I'm a good driver, which made me feel very validated, because I'd always thought that, but I never really knew if you know, everyone thinks they're a good driver. So I wasn't like sure, but having him say that to me was very validating. And I was like, oh, maybe I am a good driver. I've only gotten parking tickets. I've never gotten speeding tickets or anything. And I've also never been in a car accident. There was only one time where I did hit somebody, and that was it was an accident, I guess. It was a very, very minor accident to the point where they were just like, nah, just like leave, it's fine. And they basically, like, what happened was I dropped something and I was picking it up, and while I was picking it up off the passenger floor, my foot lifted off of the brake, and that was the only time that I've kind of gotten to an accident. And that was when my mental was at like peak low, because I was driving so much. I was living in I was working in like Los Angeles at the time. So if you guys are familiar with Los Angeles, I was living and working in Los Angeles at the time, and I was going from like Pasadena. So if you're familiar with LA, I was going from Pasadena, driving down to Long Beach, and then going to Santa Monica, and then going back to Pasadena. So that was like, I called it the Bermuda Triangle. It was fucking awful, especially going from Santa Monica to Pasadena. Every day at 6-7 p.m. going from Santa Monica to Pasadena at 6-7 p.m. was literally hell. That was like fucking hell on earth. You go on the fucking 10 East. You go on the what is it? What's the 105? You go from the 105 to the fucking 10, and then you have to go up the 110. Like, it's literally a parking lot. It's literally a parking lot. That whole stretch is awful. And the 110 sucks. The 110 sucks. That's why I don't do that shit anymore. Isn't this a little bit of doxing? No, it was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. So it doesn't matter. It was a long time ago. I'm not there anymore. I am free. My brain is free from all that bullshit now. And that's why I just don't do that shit anymore. And I will never put myself in a place where I'm doing that anymore. I will never put myself in a place where I'm doing that anymore. Like, it's just, that was I think that was only like 2 years of my life. I think it was 1 or 2 years of my life. And by the end of the second year or so, I think it was actually like 1.5 years. It felt like 2 years. But at the end of like that period of my life, I was actually going crazy. Yes, my mental state was, I was actually going crazy because of traffic. I'm not even shitting you. And I thought I could feel myself becoming a worse person because sitting in traffic actually drove me crazy. I could feel myself being more agitated, being more angry. Like I would snap at my parents, and I never used to do that because I was like living with my parents at the time. And like I was just like a whole thing. I was very, very, very unhappy for those years of my life. And so that's why I left. That's why I left. And I was like, never again. Never doing that shit ever again. You know? It's just, that was really the worst year of my life, probably. Quite possibly. Yeah, no, your mental state it starts tanking. It just starts going into the pits. Yeah, and then I left. And I never looked back. And then especially like when I was living in Asia and I didn't have to drive, I was like so much happier. I was so much happier not having to drive, living in Asia. Public transportation, having a subway system, and having a bus system that's reliable. All of that was just like so liberating for me. So liberating. And I was like, I'm never doing that again. I'm never doing that again. When you visited San Francisco when you were 8, you got separated from your parents, you asked a cop to help and he just said no. Well, you know, that's sounds like America. Sounds like America. Good times. God bless trains, for real. BART isn't too bad. I've never ridden the BART, actually. I have never ridden the BART. I heard that BART is pretty awful though, especially compared to Asia. Like BART is like really stinky and there's a lot of crazy people. But yeah. LA's public transit is bad, but it's so much better than being in traffic. Do you use LA public transit? I've never heard of anyone using LA public transit. DC is one of the few US cities with remotely good public transportation systems. I think New York in general, right? I mean, it's dirty and stinky and stuff, but I heard New York's public transportation is good and people use it, right? Sounds like my average BART experience. BART is like caged animals, yeah. Oh no. Oh no, New York Metro is good. Unironically, we need high-speed rail in America. I'm surprised that like there isn't a better one from LA to San Francisco. I think my friend who lives in LA went up to San Francisco once and she said that there is a tram. What is it called? Caltram or something like that, right? But I think she said it takes forever and it's really expensive. All the cameras in BART are fake and everyone knows it. They're still working on it. Oh, there's like a different train that they're still working on? Oh, Caltrans. Oh, maybe it's not a tram. Maybe it's a trans, yeah. BART had VTubers? What the fuck? BART's last stop is Millbrae. Oh, wasn't that where the con was? The US is too large for any practical high-speed rail system on the scale that people on the internet seem to think it's gonna happen. What about China though? Doesn't China have a really good a high-speed rail system? It costs $35 for a train from Sacramento to SF. Really? Isn't that close? It was a recent thing for BART and VTubers. I see. Yeah, the con was in Millbrae. Oh. Yeah, I don't know too much about the Bay Area. I've like gone to the Bay Area a bunch, but mostly because I have friends there. So I don't like, usually I just sit in their cars and I don't pay attention. So I don't really know. Not high speed, but we have Amtrak that no one uses already. What is Amtrak? I've never heard of Amtrak. China doesn't have huge mountain ranges in the middle of it. Oh, that is true. Oh my god, speaking of which, it was so funny with like Nova and her friends. They were like we were like, we were like driving. Actually, Nova was driving. We were driving around. We're on like a freeway going towards like downtown San Francisco. And they were like, oh my God, mountains. And I was literally like, huh? They were like, whoa, look at the mountains. They're so cool. I was like, oh. Oh my God. I was like, oh yes. Oh yes. I forget that not everywhere in America has mountains. Bart has collabed with VTubers, but I don't think any of their mascots are actual VTubers. I see. Oh, Burlingame. Oh, because SFO is in Burlingame, right? Mountains are a myth. Outsiders don't associate California with mountains, more like beaches. That's true. I guess I've just kind of always like been in places that had mountains. Like even Asia, there's just like mountains everywhere, you know? Not yet, at least. True. Anyway, it was, you know, I didn't like, we didn't do much sightseeing. Oh, we went to, one of you guys recommended in Nova's Twitter, I believe. Winners? It's like it was like a Chinatown-y area near San Francisco. And it was like on our way to Japantown. It was a card shop and it was really cute. It was a very cute card shop. It's spelled like WYNNERS, I think. And the lady who owned the card shop, she was like an older lady, but she was really cute. And she was very like, oh, like, are you guys from out of town? Like, what do you guys like to do? Like, you guys like Vanguard? I have Vanguard. Like, she was really sweet and super nice. Zero parking. Yeah, so we had to park like on the street and it was like metered parking, but it was like 30-minute limit. And I was actually thinking that I was like, people who go to locals, how do they go to locals here? Do you just have to run outside every 30 minutes and put more money in the meter? Like, what? How do you do that? Luckily, the locals around me, because I'm kind of more in like a suburban area. I just have parking. I didn't realize I was taking parking for granted. Sheila, the owner, is really chill. I think that must have been the lady that we met. She was super nice. Winners, I heard, is dope. Yeah, they were awesome. I got like I don't know shit about premium, but I bought a premium deck box. It's like a Bermuda Triangle one. It's pink. It was very cute, and I was like, you know what, I'll support. So I bought that, and I bought some sleeves as well for my Grand Archive stuff because I don't have standard size sleeves. You're closer to Santa Clara, but we have hella card shops down here. Ooh. I know, like, when we were asking for card shop recommendations, people kept being like, oh, what about, like, San Jose? And I was like, San Jose? Well, that's kind of far, isn't it? Oh, the newer ones? Wait, newer ones what? Newer ones for what? Like, the sleeves? You have some Grand Archive stuff coming this week. I'm excited. Hell yeah. Oh man, I'm so glad that you guys like really like the Grand Archive stuff. I'm really hyped. I wish I had more people to play it with, but that's okay. My locals actually just started doing Grand Archive, but I'm like scared. I'm scared that like if people like follow the Grand Archive Twitter, they'll like see me and then they'll see me at locals or something. I don't know. Premium deck boxes. I don't know if it's a new one. I feel like it's old. I just got it because it was cute and I wanted to support, and I wanted a new deck box. So the one I got, let me see if I can find it. Bermuda Triangle deck box Vanguard. I don't even know what the name of the card is. It was just like a pink mermaid girl, and I think like I just love Bermuda Triangle art. I've like considered collecting premium cards just because I like Bermuda Triangle art. The girls are just so cute. Oh, I found it. It's this one. It's the Deck Holder Collection V2 Volume 678 Card Fight Vanguard Colorful Pastoral Fina. That's the one that I got. Grand Archive, heck yeah. Right into the same issue with Weiss. People only play Magic the Gathering or Vanguard here. Time to play Vanguard. I had so many people come up to me during my Oshi Live stuff and be like, oh, I want to play Vanguard because of you, or I'm considering playing Vanguard. I'm like, yes, yes. Grand Archive looks cool from what I've heard and have seen about it. Yeah, if you've missed our stream, Nova and I did a really awesome Grand Archive sponsored stream, so definitely check it out. Check it out. Is that We All Valkyria, the famous Grand Archive sponsor VTuber? Stop. I've been converted. Yes! More Vanguard people. When I was still regularly going to Winners, sometimes you could ask for the old posters. They were done with them. That's why I got a Bang Dream Vanguard poster. Wow, that's so cool. I thought it was really cool that they had a lot of Vanguard playmats for sale. I'll never see those for sale anywhere. I wish Dear Days wasn't like $80, bro. Me too. Me too. I used to play Magic the Gathering, but Wizards had made me angry enough to drop them. Well, why not try Grand Archive? Why not try Grand Archive? Because Grand Archive is like Magic the Gathering, but cuter, and waifus. Lorraine, hello. An obvious choice. Lorraine, or if Lorraine is not your thing, then how about Merlin? Merlin is so cute. Have you seen Merlin? Okay, let me show you Merlin. Just in case you haven't seen Merlin, I will show you Merlin. Okay? Okay, we're shilling Grand Archive here. This is what you like. Me? Do you like me, chat? Then you might like Merlin. She has like sort of similar vibes, you know what I mean? Here, look at her. She's so cute. She has white hair. She's a memory thief. Kind of like mind breaking, right? That's kind of cool, right? Merlin's so cute. Yeah. People would just buy a bunch of pizza boxes from Winners and just not want the mats it came with. Oh. The Wine Peak aesthetic. Yeah, it's like Lyra but mage. She's really cute. She can steal my memories any day. True, true, true. True, true, true. I'm sitting here watching a 2D anime girl. Do I look like someone interested in waifus? Oh, you're right. What was I thinking? You're right. What was I thinking? The mind break wizard. Hell yeah. She could mind break me any day. It's but yeah, no, the art for Grand Archive is really great, and actually I thought it was really fun to play and pretty easy to learn, in my opinion. So I suggest checking it out. You have hella boxes of Advance of the Intertwined Stars with Brant Gate SPs for about 45. That's so cheap. That's so cheap. I would buy those. You know, it's funny, at my local shop, I went up to them and I asked them, I was like, oh, when are you guys getting BT10 for Vanguard? And the guy was like, why are all you Vanguard people like this? Like, he's like really chill, right? So we have a good repertoire. Like him, me, and my roommate, we always joke around. But he was like, why are you Vanguard people like this? You are the only people that call the sets by the numbers. Every other card game calls it by the title of the set. I'm like, what the fuck is a BT10? I was like, okay. True, but also I don't know what the name of the set is. I was like, I wish I could tell you, my guy. Like, I wish I had an answer for you, but I don't know what the set is. I was like, I don't know what the name of the set is. He's like, he was like, you make it so hard for me to look up the set, because I guess like their search system, they need to know the name of the set. So he has to like Google the set name. And he's always like complaining. He's like, you Vanguard players. That was pretty funny. That's because Vanguard sets are mouthfuls most of the time. That is true. That is true. I thought that was pretty funny. We call Digimon sets by the numbers too. Oh, maybe they don't get that much Digimon players there. I think they do sell Digimon, but yeah, I don't know. That's what he was saying. I think he's like a Yu-Gi-Oh player, so. To be honest, it sounds cooler to call it by set numbers, does it? I feel like the set names for Vanguard especially are very similar sounding though. It's like Dragon something, Age of the something. Like all of them are just, you know, kind of the same. The shop I ran, everyone asked for the sets by clans up until Overdress reboot. They asked for the sets by clans? That sounds so hard. Well, is premium, do they only sell them by clans? What's the difference between Crystal Melody and Prison Melody set? The set numbers help because Vanguard has gone through 3 formats. That's true. That's true. Yeah. So anyway, wait. God, now we're getting off topic again. I do want to do. I'm gonna do a series of streams. I think I'm gonna try to do a how to play Vanguard and a how to play Grand Archive stream separately. And I know, was it Pro Swagonist? Who was it? One of you guys asked me like, when are you gonna play Digimon TCG? Was it TNT? I don't remember. One of you guys did. And I was like, oh, I will play it. I will play it. It's just hard because I need to like actually sit down and learn it myself. And I need somebody to play it with because it's not something that's physical or digital. I have to play it physically. So, and Nova doesn't really play it, so it's a little bit harder, right? Just learn it with chat. Yeah, but then who am I playing against? Myself? I also can't play it on tabletop because we're not allowed to play tabletop mods that are not made by us. So are you into Magic the Gathering? I am not. But I am playing Grand Archive, which is basically Weeby Magic the Gathering. Ask staff to play with you. So I don't think anyone in staff likes TCGs. I don't think anyone in staff likes TCG. Oh, maybe Erica will play with me. I know Erica has promised her Vanguard virginity to Nova, but maybe Erica and I can learn how to play Digimon TCG together. I don't know if she'd be down to do that, but I can message her. I don't know if she's still here. Oh, I'm up for it. She's here. She's here. Erica. I never left. Oh, this is why I love you, Erica. This is why I love you. Playing Digimon against Palkyries. See, the thing is, then we'd have to be on Discord call, and as much as I would love to trust you guys with my life, I don't want to like have you guys on stream and then one of you guys like literally whips out your PP. Like there's nothing I can do about that. If that happens, there's nothing I can do. And if one of you guys were to do that, what am I like, you know, I would just get banned on YouTube forever, and it's just not worth the risk of doing that. So unfortunately, we can't do that. But BBS, thank you so much for the super chat. Here's some bribery money for staff to play. It's okay. I will use that bribery money to get Erica to play. The rest of us would kill them. Okay, see, the thing is, the anonymity in the internet makes it a little bit difficult to do that. But Erica has willingly volunteered. One of these TCG Tuesdays we'll do Digimon, and that'll be really cool. I think that'll be really fun. I have to get Erica a Digimon deck. I don't know if Erica even likes Digimon. I'm just bullying her into like playing games with me. But I know Kay, who also you might he's a viewer. Kay, he posted the cards. He's the card guy that I've talked about before. He brought cards again to this meet and greet, which was really cool, and we got to open up a couple packs together. He was asking me about Vanguard as well, and he was asking like what kind of like what ride line would you recommend to start with? And I was like, that's a really good question. And I kind of gave the answer that I've given before, where I was like, just pick aesthetically what you like. My personal opinion is don't pick the UU deck, and also don't pick, what was the other one that I said not to pick? Prison, because those two are a little bit harder to learn on your own, like if you're just learning by yourself. And I said that he should try any of the other ones because they're cheap, and if you don't like it, then you don't have to play it, but at least, you know, you tried it and it was really inexpensive to try it. So that was the recommendation I gave, but I know a lot of people have been asking me that question, so I'd love to maybe do a stream on the, you know, where like how to play Vanguard, and then also talk about you know, what ride lines are easier than others. TNT Koopsy, thank you so much for the super chat. I have like 10-ish decks plus 3 constructed I can give to people. You will join my hive mind. Are you talking about Digimon? Prison is a bit too many steps to start with. I agree. Prison, and also I think the overdress mechanic, they just don't really explain it very well. Oh, Digimon? Heck yeah. I do want to play Digimon because you guys know, even before the Digimon TCG came out, I was always a fan of Digimon in general. So I'm obviously really hyped to learn it. I just wish they had an online game. I like Togemon! Togemon! Isn't that the one that Palamon digivolves into? The guy with the cactus? Yeah, Lilymon deck. Cacti is your favorite plant? That's amazing. Erica will not be surprised, but my favorite Digimon, as everyone knows, is Gatomon. I like Gatomon and I like Anjouwomon because it's like cat and then also waifu. Like everything I love in one package, right? So Gatomon has always been my favorite. But I also really do like why am I suddenly forgetting? Lopmon and Terriermon. There you go. Lopmon and Terriermon. And then like of the main cast, my favorite Digimon was always Gabumon. Gabumon and Greymon. I like Greymon a lot. I like Wargreymon. I mean, actually, I don't like Wargreymon that much. I like Metal Greymon. No, not Greymon. Garurumon. God damn. They're too similar. Garurumon and Metal Garurumon. My favorite. Shame Lopmon has no synergy with Mastamon even though she's the same colors. Yeah, that's too bad. I do have the Mastamon deck. I have it. It's here. It's in my home. I just haven't played it. Oh, you know what? We should watch the new Digimon anime. Was it Ghost Stories? Ghost Game. I'm thinking of Ghost Stories, the badly dubbed one. Yeah, Ghost Game. Maybe we could do a Ghost Game watch along or something with members. I think that would be fun. Did you like Matt? I did like Matt. I liked the more edgy guy characters back when I was younger. And I did not see them as... I know you guys are probably thinking like, oh, Leora's like... They're like her husbando type. Weirdly, it was not husbando. It was more like, I wish that were me. I wish that were me. I didn't have like a husbando character until I was much older. So when I was like in middle school, probably. That would be fun. Yeah. We should do Ghost Game. We should do that. I'm gonna write that down because I like you guys know I forget otherwise. Digimon Ghost Game with members. Oh, speaking of members, if you guys haven't seen it already, I don't know if we're like allowed to advertise it yet, but we do have an official Discord now. There is an official Discord now. And so if you have Discord and want to hang out in Discord, come to the official Discord. I don't know if I'm allowed to post a link, but please go there and find it. And there's also, be sure to link your YouTube. Link your YouTube with the Discord so that you can get special member benefits. There's gonna be like a member, like a Palcary section for people who have the Palcary stuff on the YouTube. If you have a membership on YouTube, you'll also be able to get special Discord access to an area. And I think some other people do watch-alongs and stuff on Discord because it's a little bit easier. So maybe I'll do that in the future with members. So if you're a member, maybe we could do watch-alongs in there as well. Master, thank you for the super chat. There it is. Discord.gg/VNU. That's where it is. So you can go there. We have a secret channel that the talents can't see. Wait, what? Huh? You know what's funny? Because actually when I went into Discord, Discord gave me like a tour. It was like, this is where you do this and this is where you do this. And then it like took me to a channel and it bugged out. Maybe it was that channel. Because it like actually bugged. It was like empty and broken. And I was like, what is this? Why is this doing this? But I guess it's because it was a channel I wasn't allowed in or something. Yeah. Interesting. Well, you know, you don't know. Maybe I'll somehow infiltrate my way in there. You don't know that. Cool Kids Club. Excuse you. Excuse you. I'm the coolest of kids. I don't know what you're talking about. I definitely deserve to be in there, you know? But anyway, you can link your YouTube. So if you're a Palkery, I don't know, future watch-alongs maybe might be on there. Otherwise, it'll be on YouTube as usual for members. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know how that works. So it'll depend. And it'll depend on how many people actually migrate over to Discord. Although I feel like the member-only streams, it's like not very many of you guys show up to those anyway. Not to shit on you guys at all. But I think it's, you know, I understand. Especially the watch-alongs. Not a lot of you guys show up to those. So it might just be better to do it on Discord because then at least we're sharing the screen. Reno, thank you so much for the super chat. It's the NSFW channel. So I haven't joined that one because I'm scared of that one. I don't want to see what kind of porn you guys are reading, okay? BB does thank you for the super chat. I mean, you could make an alt account and join and lurk. No one is stopping you. The issue is I already have like 1 billion alt accounts. I already have too many Discord accounts and I just like don't want to I don't want to make a new one, and I also don't want to dox myself on one that I actually use, you know? I took a peek and it's like Twitter NSFW anime post and I left right away. That's what I would assume that it is. And I don't need to, you know, I don't need that. I'll look at my own porn. I don't need to look at what porn you guys are looking at. It's the you fool I have 70 alternate accounts meme. That's literally me. It's tasteful NSFW, thank you. Well, I'm sure it is. You guys can enjoy it. That's fine. I just spent like 2 hours trying to figure out which account my phone was tied to. Yeah, that's a mood. That's a mood. NSFW actually stands for No Sausage Fest Wednesday. Scared of the NSFW? Are you sure nothing drastic has happened to the stream? I'm not scared of it. I just don't need to know what you guys are into. Like, I respect it, but I don't need to know. Sometimes I'd rather not know. Sometimes I don't want to know what you got, you know, like, again, we do have Kyohime and NSFW. I'm on my way. Say no more. I'm on my way. Okay. I'm kidding. I'll find my own NSFW. It's okay. I don't need you guys to show me yours. Are people joining now? Have you guys been joining the here? I'm gonna look. I'm lurking. We're not allowed to talk in here yet. Yeah, there's a bunch of you guys coming in. Heck yeah. Welcome, welcome. Be sure to link your, I don't know if Master and Hedgie are like admins of the Discord. Is there like a guide on how to link your YouTube? You should make a guide on how to link your YouTube so everyone knows to do it. But be sure to link your YouTube. Be sure to do that. Windsor, thank you so much for becoming a member. Again, don't forget to link your Discord. But also, don't forget all the stuff in the... I know... who was it? Was it I forget your name. Francesco? That came by and didn't know, because he was telling me that he got a gift membership, but he didn't know that he could get free stuff in the membership tab. Please take all the stuff in the membership tab. There's like cursors, there's a bunch of wallpapers, a lot of cool stuff. So please check that out. I gotta support all the TCGers. Heck yeah. You know, I was thinking, and I don't know how like dicey this would be, because again, I don't want anyone to like whip out their PP, but like it would be cool if like maybe eventually I could play remote fights with you guys on the Discord or something. That way I won't get banned even if you do whip out your PP, but you would get banned from ever talking to me ever again, which is a bit different, I guess. Yeah, or like maybe we could tabletop sim it. I don't know. Just been thinking about things that we could do to make it a little bit more special, you know? Although I really don't like playing card games on tabletop sim. I heard it's not that bad, but in my brain, the way that I think about it feels like really painful to do it. Nova does it pretty regularly. Hasn't been an issue yet. Oh, okay. That's good to know. I didn't know she did that. I should probably join the, like, the thing is, I want to join the V Reverie Discord, but I also don't want to like join on my personal account, you know? And I also don't want to join on the Lyra account because I don't want to make it weird, right? So I haven't joined. I don't even know what it looks like. God, you do what you gotta do. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Just been musing out loud of things that we could do potentially. I know the theater mode in Discord is pretty cool. I don't know what it's called. I don't think it's called theater mode. It's like when one person is allowed to talk and nobody else is. And I could do that for like the you know, the screen sharing stuff. Not screen sharing. What am I saying? The media sharing stuff. Oh, is it called stages? Is that what it's called? Yeah. I honestly, weirdly enough, I don't use Discord that much. I like use it to talk to friends, but like I'm too shy. Like you guys know, I'm like super shy about like chatting with strangers. So I don't ever lurk in other people's Discord channels or anything. And like you guys know that I have like a friend Discord with Kokone and some of our mutual friends. I'm like the only one that talks in that one. Like nobody else talks there, which is fine. I don't want to like, all of my friends are also kind of like shy, so I get it. But yeah, it's like mainly me talking in there, so I don't really know how Discord works or like how to work Discord or anything. So yeah, there's that. Okay, my voice is slowly fading. I am fading into the wind. I'm also extremely socially exhausted because this, as much as I love my friends, I was out with a lot of people and also met a bunch of new people. Like talking to my friends is fine, but anytime I meet new people, it's like, even if they're cool, it's mental energy. My social meter is just like in the negative. So we're probably gonna start wrapping up here a little bit, and we'll chat again soon. I don't even know what to do. Yesterday I was like, I need to like chill and like relax, and I was like sitting here like, how do you do that? How do you do that? What does one do? Maybe I'll watch some anime or something, but sometimes I don't even want to watch anime because it requires concentration. Like I want to like pay attention to see what's happening. So recently I've just been like sleeping, which is not a great way to spend my time. Read books. See, but reading books also I feel like requires so much concentration. I just want to like not think. But also I want to play TCGs, which is a lot of thinking. I might play some TCGs later tonight, meaning I might stream it. If I have the energy. But it might be like a really chill one where I like don't talk very much. I'm just chilling. I don't know if you guys would be okay with that. I don't know if like that's like something you guys would be interested in, where I don't really talk and I just play the game. But every time I've tried to do that, I end up talking because I feel like really bad that I'm not talking. So sometimes like maybe I should just play off stream. What TCGs are you playing tonight? I don't know what I would play. I kind of want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a fly. Get out of my face. Why is it here? Okay, anyway. But I also really want to play Grand Archive. I really enjoyed playing it last time. And my roommate actually is not home right now. So, I don't know. I enjoyed your drawing study stream from a while ago, even though there was a little talking. Oh, maybe I'll do one of those. I actually have been meaning to do one of those too. And yeah, I did not talk very much in that. Shadowverse anniversary. Oh, I forgot! I have to log in. Oh, I remembered on Saturday and then I forgot since then. I need to log in to get my free 10 pulls. I need to log in. But yeah, I should do that as well. Log in for packs. Yeah, I gotta do that. All right, I'm gonna log off and log into Shadowverse really quick to get my packs and do something to turn off my brain for a bit. Thank you so much again for all of your support at Offkai. I really do appreciate that. And thank you for all of your support at the panel too. Really incredible how much support we have received, and we're really lucky to have such amazing fans. And I will continually say it again and again. I'm just so proud of the community that we've built together, and really happy to call you guys like my community, you know? Like, I wouldn't have any other community. Merch when? Bro, I wish. I'm praying. So I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be playing Diablo. I have some lunch plans tomorrow with my mom. So, and it's kind of far, so I gotta drive out a bit. And, yeah, so I don't know. The start time might be a little bit later, but I'll try. Alexander, thank you so much for the super chat. How do I pick up Korean? My Oshi's Korean, likes Chainsaw Man and Fire Emblem Heroes. She's got a lot of orbiters. She thinks I'm cringe. Is it salvageable? I mean, I think it's cool that you want to learn Korean. I don't know if that'll help your perception of being less cringe though. But you can just always just be a chill chatter and maybe she'll change her mind, you know? Yeah. Tell your mom we said hi. I will do. All right, Leos to everyone. I'll see you guys later. And bye-bye. Thank you again. Bye.